Alright, this time we're going to be doing the Rain Dance deck. We'll be going to the Fire Gym in a minute. We're running 4 Squirtle, only 1 Wartortle, 3 Blastoise. The way we're going to there's a trainer card we have that'll help us get Blastoise easier, but if that's why you're confused as to why there's more Blastoise than Wartortle, that's your answer. Then we're running 4 of this Articuno. Alternatively, you can also run this Lapras. And I've also seen builds that use Gyarados, because Gyarados resists the Hitmonchan as well. The only thing is you can get turn 1 Carp, so you gotta be careful about that. And then for energies, we're doing 14 Water Energy, and that's it. We're gonna be using Rain Dance, that ability, so we can't really make use of a whole lot of the double colorless. Professor Oak, we got 4 of those. We got 4 Bills. We got 1 last to block trainers. We have 4 Pokemon breeders to try to get our Blastoises out, or at least one of them. 4 energy retrieval. Super energy retrieval, I stuck 2 of them in there. I think that was one of my modifications to this deck, because this is actually a promo card in this game and did not exist in the original meta. I have 2 switches. I have 4 computer search, 1 plus power, 3 item finders, 1 gust of wind, 2 super potions, 2 maintenance, and that's pretty much it. We'll be doing that against the Fire Club up here, because most of the cards here are going to be weak. Now, we'll have to come back here later, because this dude will take all our energies and then give us a promo Slowpoke. Okay, cool. Oh, here's Jessica. We'll fight her later, but we'll keep that tabbed. Alright, neat. I also forgot, we have emails from the professor. I already opened the first one, which is just talking about card pop and like how to get the packs. I generally don't care. All I care about is the free cards. We have Laboratory, which is how you get Mewtwo, by the way. This Slowbro is a pretty good card. This Magmar is one of the best Fire-type cards in the game because it's a great stall wall. If you guys watched the last episode, you saw it took several turns for that Horsey. Well, imagine that, but you also have 70 HP instead of 40 like the Horsey did. This one's used more for like recycling energies, so it is an option there. Spacing out, I think that's the one that removes damage counters. I thought I covered that in the last one. This one blocks trainer cards. I actually don't like Gameboy Magnemite. I prefer the other one that self-destructs. Yeah. Alright, so this is a cool thing about the Game Boy version. You'll see we have these Game Boy exclusive cards. Well, the evolutions are all colorless. So you could build a colorless deck with a bunch of different types of Pokemon if you wanted to. I believe Vaporeon is the Game Boy one. Mysterious Fossil, as I covered last time, is more of a stall card, because they can't take prizes from it. Alright. I think if you have a certain number of cards, you can just skip the trainers and go straight to what's-his-face here. Yeah, if you wanted to. I am going to go ahead and battle some other people so we can kind of demonstrate the deck a bit more and get used to it. The Anger deck. Okay. Alright. We actually opened up great. We can't evolve Squirtle until the next turn, because I believe Pokemon Breeder doesn't... Yeah, you have to be able to evolve the Pokemon in your turn anyway, but we can't get a Blastoise next turn. Why did I not attack? I'm an idiot. Alright. Do I have anything else on the bench that I could swap to that'd be more convenient? Honestly, yeah. Let's use Gust of Wind and bring out Tauros. And then, I feel like Professor Oak's probably the better call here, because we need to start moving the deck forward. With Rain Dance, I can just start loading him up once I get... Yeah, there we go. There's the water energies we need. And then... I think we're pretty much good, although I am going to do this. So he's got to drop the plus power and Gust of Wind, which is good, because otherwise it would have forced my Squirtle out. And now we can just start Hydro Pumping. Also use computer search to bring, like, energies to your hand if you wanted to, like, manually do it. I'm not going to, because that just seems like a bad trade-off right at the moment. Considering 60 is more than enough to get through most of this. Don't have another breeder yet. I could get another Blastoise out whenever I want, but I'm going to refrain from doing that at the moment and just focus on Hydro Pump. Now, some things to keep in mind. This deck is going to get walled by Mr. Mime stall walls, because the only thing you'll have that'll be able to hit Mr. Mime is Squirtle. You also have problems with a certain Muck deck that blocks Pokepower, so your Rain Dance will be useless. And Aerodactyl will just straight up shut down evolutions entirely, so you won't be able to play any evolved Pokemon with it. So there are some drawbacks to this deck. It's still one of a very... Wait, why did I do... Whatever. We're done here. We got the win. Evolution is where you'll get Blastoise and a lot of the evolutionary cards. Although a lot of them aren't that great, to be honest. Although I will say this Rapidash is a great Rapidash. It takes a bit to set up, but you can do 10 plus damage. Or you can get the guaranteed 30 and then prevent damage during your next turn. So... the Starmie is pretty good as well. Not quite as good, but... Those are some cards I used whenever I was actually... First time I played this game. And I was doing it legitimately, and I was just kind of like grinding up all the cards. I used Starmie, Rapidash, and stuff like that. I think I had Machops mixed in there as well. Okay, so we're gonna have to start with Articuno. Which is good, because Articuno's got a lot of HP it can stall. It is interesting that my first card in, my trouble is actually getting set up, because we don't have a single Squirtle or Blastoise. We are not using Oak until I burn all these energies. And because we have 2 Pokemon breeders, I don't want to do that. if we get a computer search, I can dump Oak and then get something else. I believe we can attack. I need to check what they do, though. So freeze dry, flip a coin, paralyze, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And tails will do 10 damage to each of your own. So as a rule, the first one is probably going to be the one we use more. That's alright, because that's going to pick up the KO. I think that plus power will help. Actually, no, it picks up the KO as is. I don't even need to waste plus power. Dude had Gust of Wind and didn't use it. He just sacrificed his Vulpix is what he did. Actually, I can do Professor Oak. Let's see what we have here. I did get Breeder, so next turn I could start setting up the Blastoise if I wanted to. Of course, she's not going to live this, but better to get in the habit. We got 2 wins in 12 minutes. This Magmar is not that great. It has great power, but the HP cost is too high. Or too low. It's only got 50 HP. But then you have to discard energies in order to even use Flamethrower, so... Whoops. Alright, so once again I'll have to be opening up with Articuno. And I end up with Professor Oaks. That is not what we want. Oh, wonderful, it's Lickitung. This thing is going to be a Stallmonger, so every time it attacks, it's going to get a coin flip. I can't do anything. Even if, in this game, even if you get paralyzed, you have to flip, or you can't retreat, and I believe if you get confused, you have to flip a coin before you can. So you're having all kinds of fun. Alright, we're gonna shuffle Item Finder and 1 Professor Oak back into the deck. That gives us another energy, so we'll just... Hopefully we don't get paralyzed next turn, because then we can actually start paralyzing it instead. Well. I don't have anything on the bench. I could do the... Oh, well, now I do. I was gonna say I could start doing the, Ice Storm thing. This thing's just getting Operation Every Heads. I don't want to dump my Blastoise, but I need to move my deck forward. I also don't want to use Super Energy Retrieval because I don't need to yet, so we're just going to keep going. We got plenty of time before we actually have to start popping off. I can try to start flipping coins, or I can start getting payback and like actually do a ton of damage. course, I could also do it to myself, so you know what? Screw you, let's see if we can get it. Yep. I don't think this deck is running any scoop ups, or at least not that I saw. And I really just don't have anything to do right here. I think I'm gonna risk the biscuit and go for chip damage. Well, I completely screwed that up then. Want to chip my own Pokemon. Yeah, we want to keep the Super Potion, but I want to get all these energies out. Probably should have put them on the other Articuno, because I think by the time I'm done placing them, this Growlithe is just going to cut through this one. But I also have a Super Potion, so maybe I'll be able to do something with that. Let me see, I rarely use this. 1 energy, 4 damage counters, so I think that would actually be just enough. I'll be able to attack it next turn, so... Or the turn after, at least. Alright, so now we can use Pokemon Breeder, get a Blastoise out, and then thanks to that we can just start loading up Articuno with water energies, and then we can use Computer Search, get rid of Energy Retrieval, get rid of that. Do I want to pull up Bill, or do I just want to pull out, yeah, let's get Bill. Now we can put even more water energies out. Then I can use Professor Oak and get 7 more cards. Use Bill and get 2 more. Put more water energies on Blastoise. And we're pretty much just gonna nuke everything into oblivion now. I could also use Switch and preserve the Articuno. to keep my price count high. Oh, it took a little bit longer because we got in a little bit of a pickle there, but this is a really good card right here. Fetch lets you draw a card each turn for a single energy. And then Comet Punch is just a high... It's all based on coin flips, so it can be anywhere between 0 and 80, but for 90 HP as a basic, that's pretty good. The Dabber is actually decent. Being able to discard and then just remove your damage counters. Unfortunately, only have 60 to work with, so... I liked using Staryu because Slap had 20 damage right off the bat, but the problem is it only has 40 HP, so... This Arcanine is okay, it's just you have to discard energy or do damage to yourself. And you can use Defenders and bring that down, but that requires packing more stuff, and just depends. There might be a deck build for it, but we'll see. Once again, I think we're opening Articuno. Wonderful. Fortunately, we get like 8 cards with, or sorry, 4 cards with Bill. Unfortunately, Professor Oak isn't doing us much good, but we do have Computer Search. So put Squirtle down, and then next turn we'll use Computer Search, dump the Item Finder and 1 Professor Oak, get Blastoise out, and we'll be able to start moving through the deck and getting energies. Almost guarantee you the Articuno is going to go down by the end of it, though. And we'll get Pokemon Breeder. Play that, we get Blastoise. And then we can use... I don't think we want to use Switch. I think we just want to go straight into powering a Blastoise and let Articuno go down. The other thing we can use is Gust of Wind, and we'll bring out Chansey because Chansey doesn't really have a whole lot that can actually damage Articuno. Although if I'd known that this was going to be our plan, whatever. Wonderful. I might have bricked ourselves here, at least for a little bit. Oh, we're gonna have all kinds of fun now, because he's getting a full-on setup. Meanwhile, I can't even pull out my freaking energies. And I don't want to use my last card, because that'll shuffle all mine into the deck as well, so that'll slow down our ability to get through it. I literally just need one more. Watch, I'll get it on this turn, since he won the coin flip. There it is! What did I say? So I can't even do anything with it. Alright, I didn't get any more energy, so we're just gonna go with Hydro Pump. I'm pretty sure he just freaking gave up his Arcanine right there. So I'm gonna get rid of Super Energy or Retrieval. Get rid of the last, because that's gonna just bite me in the backside. I think I'm going to grab either Plus Power or another Energy. I think Energy is better, because that'll get doubled. And I'm about to have to sacrifice a little bit here. And then I can use Energy Retrieval, get rid of the... Yeah, let's get rid of the other Blastoise. We have to commit to our stupidity here and just... Unfortunately, if the other Arc... Oh, he's gonna go for Do the Wave. Or not. Oh, because he's asleep now. Wonderful. Wait, I had another Squirtle on the bench. I could have set up another card. Wonderful. I didn't need to dump the Blastoise. I'm making all kinds of gargles today. I really need to get through this, though, now. Computer search, really? Yeah, hilariously, sleep is not as good in this game as paralysis. Very strange. I say that better be the one I... think if we use computer search, I'm not going to use Oak. Should have... Yep, there we go. I'll get rid of that. So plus power applies after weakness, so I wanted to make sure we took out Arcanine. There's no reason, let's just keep going with the freeze dry. Why would you pick that one and then just... What was the plan? I would legitimately like to know what the plan was. Oh, wonderful. I gotta hurt myself again. So that one was Rain Dance. Not the most overpowered deck in the game, but it was pretty good. This Mew is used in a lot of decks as well. You'll also want to farm this pack for a ton of energy removal, because that is a critical card for keeping your opponent held back. Articuno is really good, Lickitung is really good. Exeggutor is actually a really good card because it only takes 1 energy. It's a stage 1, so you'll have to evolve something, but it has 80 HP. And for every energy card you attach to it, it'll flip a coin and does 20 times damage for each heads. So you can just keep loading up. And because it's energy, not energy cards, you can use double colorless and it'll still work. Very good card. Alright, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode. I'll see you in the next one.